This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for March 26, 2024. It's currently January 19th, 2024, 5:39 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $482.43 USD. And the shuffle video that we're about to play for you was created on January 8th, 2024 at 7:19 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this video right here in the corner. The overall theme and behavior for SPY in the on the day of March 26 is out of a decline, a notable move from the bottom of a range to the top of a range. Behavior around the highest high for the day. We have sideways rotation along key support, followed by a notable move higher, followed by sideways rotation at a higher support near the high. Behavior around the lowest low. There should be a pretty scary decline, like technical behavior or technical analysis behavior is going to like indicate we go lower, but instead we're going to turn around and go higher even in the expectation of going lower. It'll be a really scary decline into the low and a big move out of it. I'm advised to trade around a significantly improbable opportunity that's on the scale of like a 1 month chart, a significant trade opportunity here with the full card, and it looks like the VIX is pretty mixed throughout the day. Before we go any further, though, I want to make sure everybody's aware of the whole purpose of the channel. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing as long as you're paying 5% forward, and then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube Tips, and that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. Okay, so just remember, guys, the cards going left to right across the screen represent about 1 hour of time, but not each card's energy will necessarily line up with 1 hour of time. So there will be cases in which you need to give the timing plus or minus an hour of wiggle room here or there. But with that said, if you follow the sequence of events as predicted, that remains the same even in cases where it's plus or minus an hour on timing. And always remember to trade responsibly, my friends. We're not right all the time. If you trade like we're right all the time, you will regret it. You trade like we're right most of the time, you'll be a happy camper. All right, so we have this this kind of tricky chart behavior in the pre-market. It looks like we open higher and there's a peak in the pre-market with a notable decline from a high in the pre-market, probably into a trough somewhere around the end of the pre-market or early like right around the open, out of which there's a notable move to the upside, taking us back to a high. And there's a trade opportunity in the midst of that move to the upside to close out of long positions, open up short positions. I'd probably open up a partial short there in the midst of that move. It's pretty bullish between the open and 10 o'clock, and then between roughly 10 and 11, we have this move higher. It'll stand out on a one-day chart through key resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through that same price level shortly thereafter with the full retracement. There's a high in the pre-market. There's a high somewhere between. I don't think the high's right at the open. I think the high comes from a rally that starts out of the open, but the high's probably closer to like 10 to 11 o'clock, and it'll be in the midst of that move to the upside through key resistance. We stay above it briefly and break back down with the full retracement. It makes like a capital A in the English language, with the price level that you break through being like the horizontal line in the capital A. And after that high, we have a period of volatility and a sharp drop that will really stand out in that period of volatility. This ruin indicates a significant decline on the scale of a one-day chart. It'll look like a one-day chart kind of failure, taking us into a low midday. And then out of that low midday, we have like a U-shaped dip between 1 and 2, and then a big move higher, taking us to a peak somewhere between 2 and 3, but probably closer to 2 than to 3. Likely somebody speaking there that impacts the market, creating that improbable move to the upside. In the last hour, there's a decline from that crest that we have between roughly 2 and 3 somewhere. There's a decline off of that crest down 2 and through support. We do a U-shaped reversal below that support, come back and reuse it as support, and by the close, there's a trough in a period of sideways rotation with a sharp drop that stands out in that period of sideways rotation. I don't believe that trough will be lower than the trough midday. It'll be higher than the trough midday. And then in the post-market, it looks like there's a prominent move higher again, followed by a full retracement. Either that or that takes place the following day, because we have a lot of indications of like this prominent move higher, full retracement, as indicated by the art card, the lovers card, the love card, a lot of stuff like that going on the 27th. And we'll talk about that in more detail in the reading for the 27th. And guys, if you want to get this information sooner, check out early access on our website to all this information. It comes out roughly like a month ahead of where it comes out on the public YouTube, allowing for extra planning ability. It's really the only kind of analysis that you can do planning ahead with. But with that said, you can do that so here at our services, SO Metapost, early access to a post, click here to subscribe. Guys, we're running roughly a 98% average accuracy day after day after day, predicting the chart behavior by the hour with highs and lows throughout the day. We've been doing it for years. Just scroll back. 98% average accuracy. $29 a month, $249 for the year gets you access to all of our public posts on YouTube way ahead of when they come out on YouTube, allowing you to plan ahead. So thank you to everybody that goes ahead and does that. Great way to support the channel. Much appreciation. And that's SPY for March 26, 2024. Thank you so much for supporting the channel by subscribing. It really helps out the channel. Most importantly, make sure to follow that rule of karma. As always, that's what the whole purpose of the channel is about. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to my 3% of the viewers that are out there following that rule of karma. I love you. I'll see you guys on the next one.